Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hit that little subscribe button and turn on those notifications to get notifications for my weekly videos. So today we are talking about panic attacks. Yay! So the basics I'm going for here is what a panic attack is, like biologically sense, how it can present in different people, and what you can do to help yourself, but also what you can do to help another person. So, the first thing, what panic attack is in a biological sense. So what a panic attack is basically where you have a fight or flight reaction, where a person who doesn't have anxiety or have panic attacks wouldn't have that reaction to the situation. Also can occur due to trauma, due to excess stress. Lots of things can cause it. Basically, you just go into fight or flight, and you just have increased heart rate, increased breathing rate, sweatiness, dizziness, but it can manifest in so many different ways in different people. So with me, I know that my panic attacks sometimes aren't very visual, they're very internal, they're very private. I tend to keep mine internal on my own and then let out the more physical side, the physical and visual side of panic attacks. So that's that. Yeah, so it's basically just like a fight or flight reaction that happens in a situation that you wouldn't normally have a fight or flight reaction in. So that's that. Second thing. What is I going to talk about? I forgot. Second thing. What a panic attack looks like. How it manifests in a person. That's it, found it. So, coming from personal experience, as I said, mine very often are quite closed off, very personal to myself, very internal rather than external. But I shake a lot. I have an anxiety-related tic disorder, which means that I get, here they are because I'm talking about them, tics, motor tics, which are facial, or twitch and stuff. Yeah. And then, so then I also get, so it's mainly shakes, heavy breathing, fast breathing, increased heart rate, things like that. So that's like the usual, common like manifestation things that show up in people with having panic attacks is shaking, heavy breathing, so fast breathing, fast heart rate, dizziness. Yeah. So how to help someone if they are struggling with their panic attack? So every panic attack is scary. It's really scary sometimes. Sometimes they're smaller, they're not as intense, but they're still scary because you are not able, you feel like you're unable to control your body, and you feel like you're unable to control you as a person, which is really scary. So yeah, but usually what I'd say is try and communicate with the person. If you're trying to help someone who's having a panic attack, communicate with them. I find talking helps. I personally like having a physical contact, so being held, if it's by someone I trust, touch on the knee, touch on the shoulder. Like if I know that person, I've communicated with that to that person, then that's okay. But communication is key at that point, because a person is so vulnerable during a panic attack that it's just so vulnerable, and it's scary to be that vulnerable. So just advise, communicate, and then just try and bring their attention away from the panic attack. Bring their attention to how cold it is, or how hot it is, or what their clothes feel like on their skin. Make them aware of their eyes blinking. This one's really annoying, but it works because you just go, well, think about it, you're now manually blinking, and that draws your attention completely away. So the next section is how to help yourself if you're in a panic attack, if you're alone and having a panic attack. Now, that's scary. It's really, really scary, and I really hope that this genuinely helps someone, even if it doesn't, but like, I just hope that someone who needs this hears this. You are not alone and you are safe. There's two very key things. You are safe, and what I want you to know is the world around you isn't as scary as it may look now. So if you're having a panic attack on your own, find a comforting texture. I find helps. Texture. Find something that you know you like and you know calms you down. If you're in a state of you don't know that, what I recommend is getting something like an unusual texture, something that's particularly cold, something particularly hot, but be careful with heat and cold and stuff. Just be careful because that can damage you and your skin, so please be careful about that. Unusual scents, flavours. That's one thing I do. I know I've got in my front room, we have a packet of airheads, warheads they're called in the UK, or toxic waste we have, which is sweets that are particularly sour, and they're like covered in straight citric acid. Put it in your mouth, and that just straight draws your attention away. You still feel panicky, but it's slowly drawing your attention away. It's a quick snap of drawing attention away, and then you can work on that and then think about the flavour and the texture in your mouth. I know one thing I do is I get my hairbrush, it's a Tangle Teaser or one of the Tangle hairbrushes, and I rub it on my skin like this, and that completely distracts me because the texture of it. Like, try your best to focus on your breathing, so bring your breathing down. Try not to focus too much on your heart rate, because your heart rate can change a lot when in a panic attack. So you just try not to focus on the heart rate, but try to focus on your breathing rate. You want to bring your breathing rate down, and that will then eventually bring your heart rate down. You just need to focus on your breathing, focus in. I do something called box breathing. So you do 4 in, hold for 4, 4 out, hold for 4. And you can literally trace it with your hand as you go, and that's what I do. I fidget a lot with my hands, but yeah, so that's kind of how that is. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a bit more factual, a bit more of an advice-based video. I hope everyone has had a lovely week, and I hope everyone is doing safe, everyone's staying well. I will see you all next week. Bye.